right, guys, this week I'm really not going to get into that game we just played. 6-0 loss to the Dallas Cowboys. Last game of the season. Really didn't matter. Really didn't matter. And if anybody was expecting any more than what you got out of that game on Sunday, you're nuts. All right? Foles, don't worry about him going into the playoffs. I really don't think it's a problem. There are too many people out there right now saying, we suck, we're going to lose because Foles is awful. Let me tell you something. Torrey Smith catches that ball at the beginning of the game on that first drive. It's a different game. It's a different game. Foles has a better day. He leads a drive downfield. We score right there. We would have scored right there. But Torrey Smith's got to catch the ball. He's wide open. Ball hits him right in the hands. That's not Nick Foles' fault. What happened on Sunday was we got a chance to see our backup Sudfeld. And to be honest, the kid looks decent. And that's a good sign going into the playoffs because if something happens to Foles, we have a competent backup. And the kid got some game time, and he actually broke a record, the highest completion percentage by a quarterback who started his career with at least 20 pass attempts, and he broke the record, and he had an 83% completion percentage. Congratulations to Nate Sudfeld there. Guys, I don't think it's time to panic. It really isn't. We get 2 weeks to get ready. Foles is going to be okay. We know what Foles can do. We've seen what Foles can do in the past. All right? Yes, did he have 2 bad games? Okay, that's fine. But he only had 3 attempts at it the other day, only 3 drives, and then he was out of the game. He really didn't have a chance to get going at any point. He would have gotten going in the first drive if Torrey Smith doesn't drop that ball. What we need to do as a team is we got to get back to the run game. We've got to run the ball. We can't have Foles throw the ball 40 times a game. That's ridiculous. He just can't do that. We've got to let our defense work. We've got to have some big plays from our defense. We've got to get a turnover, maybe some points off of those turnovers. That would be a big help. And our special teams, they got to come up with some big plays. We did this all year long, guys. And yes, Foles is not Carson Wentz. But it's not time to panic. It's not time to freak out. We still are in the playoffs. We still have a chance to win the Super Bowl. People are panicking in Philadelphia. They're throwing out, they're setting their Eagles stuff on fire. I don't know why. We still have an opportunity. We're in the playoffs. And until we're not, I'm rooting for these guys. I'm rooting for Foles. I'm rooting for our running game. I'm rooting for Alshon. I'm rooting for everybody. I'm rooting for Ertz. It's going to be fun. They've got to come to Philly. It's going to be cold. New Orleans, not a good cold weather team. The Rams, not a good cold weather team. The Panthers, not a good cold weather team. None of them are good in the cold. And they've got to come to Philadelphia. Even the Vikings, Minnesota, who play in Minnesota, play in a dome. And they've got to come outside and play in the cold. So I like our chances playing at home. With our defense, right? Our defense has been good, and they seem to turn it on when they need to. A 6-0 loss to Dallas in a game that means nothing, and Dallas played their starters most of the game, and we had our third-string guys in there. It means nothing, guys. So get your heads out of your ass, and let's get it together. Because we've got the playoffs to get ready for. Let's get excited. Let's be positive. Let's be confident. Go into the playoffs knowing that we're going to the Super Bowl, because we can do it. We can do it. Nobody has faith in us. The Vegas odds makers are counting us out already. We're underdogs to every team that we would play. But I have a feeling that Foles is going to step up. He's going to do what's needed and lead us to the Super Bowl. Look, the Ravens did it with Trent Dilfer. Their defense led the way. Trent Dilfer managed the game, scored enough points, and they won a Super Bowl. We can do the same this year. We can do it. We just have to be positive and confident. So I'm going to cut this off short today, guys. Really didn't want to talk about the game too much because 6-0 didn't mean anything. So me talking about that game, don't mean anything. I just want to say, let's get ready for the playoffs. I'll be back next week to review the possible matches, the matchups that we're going to face, whoever it is, New Orleans, Panthers, maybe even the Falcons. We'll see. We'll see who we have to play. And I'll review that, and we'll get into that next week. But for this week, guys, stay confident. Let's go. You know what I'm going to say. E-A-G-L-E-S. Eagles! Let's go, guys. Come on. E-A-G-L-E-S.